Hello everybody, today we're going to be showing you how to make a pie with leek, onion and beef mince. For our ingredients, we've got some leek that we washed and we cut up like this. There's four medium sized ones, and when we washed them we cut them up like this and we put them in a pan just to dry the water off, and we added a bit of salt. You don't need to do anything else to them yet. Then we have one white onion, you can see here. We've got 250 grams of beef mince, some bolognese sauce, some extra virgin olive oil and some black pepper. The first thing we're going to be doing is going to get some extra virgin olive oil and add it to our cut up diced onion. You only need one onion for this. And you're going to turn the heating on so you can start to cook it. Then we're going to add some black pepper. I'm just going to mix it up a little bit until the onions start cooking. Now we're going to add 250 grams of beef mince. And this is the best way you can cook off the mince. Pretty classical way to do it. We're not using that much mince, but you're just going to keep on mixing it like this and just mushing it up. Now as you can see, the mince is almost cooked. We're going to add a bit of salt and continue mixing it. All we have to do is just mush the mince so it turns into small parts like this. It was a very easy cooking process. And now we're going to add some bolognese sauce. We used around 5 tablespoons to do this. And you can see here, just mixing it up together again. And it already smells super good and it looks tasty as well. Now we're going to add all our leeks. As I said, we used 4 medium-sized ones. And we did not cook them, we just dried them off a little bit with a bit of salt. And you can continue mixing this. And this is your filling almost ready. It's so colourful and just so delicious. Now we're going to show you how to make the pita filo and the dough. The first thing we're going to do, we have 1 kilogram of plain flour and we're just going to sift it like this. This is going to help us to get a finer texture and it's going to be a lot better overall. Then we're going to add quite a bit of salt and we have some bottled water which we're going to add. Just like this. We're gonna start adding it and then mixing it with your hand. This is like the kneading process, and this is how you're gonna get your best dough. Sifting the flour makes the mixing process a lot easier, as you will be less likely to get clumps. Just like this, and put it on a table counter. Take the rest from your bowl and add it in the middle. Now you're going to add a few handfuls of water, just as much as you think it needs. Don't add too much water at once. You'll be able to tell if you did. But so far we have this firm texture. Now on the counter we're going to add some cornflour or cornstarch, whatever you want to call it. This would just help the dough not to stick on the table. It's very important you have an open area for this step because you want to be able to make it freely with no distractions around you. This is how you get the best quality dough. You can see now, here it looks very firm and tough. But the more we knead it, the more softer it will get. And continue doing this. As you can see here, we have kneaded it very well and the dough has become a really nice texture. Here you can see it's got this type of texture. After we kneaded it this well, you're going to leave the dough for 10 minutes and then we're going to start making our pita filo. As you can see, we left the dough to sit and now it's looking very elastic, stretchy kind of texture, and it looks really good. So the first thing we're going to do now, we have this long string of dough, is we're going to separate them into small dough balls like these. And we're going to start doing this type of motion on them. Make them into soft balls like this one. You're just going to divide the whole strand of dough into balls like this and put them onto corn flour just so that they don't stick and they can be super smooth. Really easy so far. The steps just repeat themselves at this point. If you want more corn flour, you can add them on top and add some on the counter, like these ones here. Then you're going to get a rolling pin, dip your dough ball in corn flour like this, and start rolling it out. You should be able to roll them out the same thickness as each other and the same type of size as well, because they are pretty similar ball sizes. And then you're going to stack them up when you start to roll them out. Make sure you do dip them in corn flour because then it will stretch out a lot better and a lot easier so that you don't get stuck. And like this, we have a stack of dough balls that are all stretched out. These are going to eventually turn out to be our filos for our pita, for our pie. Just dipping it in corn flour. Get the most that you can on the outer surfaces. And here we're almost done. That was just to show you how easy that was. Once you can do one, you can do a lot more. Right, here we have it. Now you're going to separate the stack that we just rolled out. And we're going to add some butter on them, just like this. using your fingertips, best way to do it, because it's nice and quick and you've got a grip. Add as much as you feel like it. Just put some on your palm. That will be enough to just cover the top. And just like this, we have it here. You can see. All of them have been buttered up. We're going to stack them up again, just because we had to butter the in-betweens of them. And now each layer has butter in between. This is going to enhance the flavor quite a bit. Going to roll it out just like this, press it together so it doesn't slip aside, and there you have it. And now we're going to repeat the same steps that we just showed you previously, just to make this again. As you can see now, we're going to start rolling out our phyllo for our pie. We're going to do this kind of cross-hatching stripiness method on that. And once you add cornflour on top, that's the only amount of cornflour you're going to add. You don't want to add too much. Plus, there is no need for it anymore because your dough is ready and it shouldn't be sticky anymore. These are the buttered layers we just showed you how to make. We made those twice, as I said previously. And this is how we're going to show you how to make it. Just roll it out just like this. You can see it looks really nice, super smooth. And this is going to be the phyllo that we use for our pita, with leeks, onion and beef mince. You can see we rolled it out just like this into a flat circle. Super easy so far. Now we have an oiled tray, which we're going to put this layer on. In order to transport it, you can just roll it up in your pan and just put it on top, just like this. Roll the corners on the sides. Now this is ready to put our filling in. Now we have our filling that we showed you how to cook before and to prepare, and it has no water or barely any moisture at all. It just has the sauce. It has cooled down by now, not that drastically, but it's still not that hot. You can touch it without burning yourself. And it smells super delicious right now. And this is how you're going to make the best pie filling ever, because it tastes absolutely delicious. You can see here we just spread it across evenly like this, and it is almost ready to make. We're going to continue to make the other phyllo as well, so that we can continue with the pie. We're just going to show you a bit of how to make the second phyllo, and it's just the exact same process. You're going to add your corn flour, just 1 dose will be enough. And now you're just going to make these stripy patterns on top so you can seal in the butter. And just continue rolling it out like this. Now we made our second phyllo for the top layer. We're going to put that on top. Just try to fit it in. And it should fit in pretty good if you layer it properly. Now we're going to seal in the corners together just like this. Press them together just to finish it off. Filling is inside, we evenly spreaded that across. And there you have it. Now the last step we're going to do is just tuck in the corners like this. This will make sure the filling is sealed inside and just makes it a lot more better. Plus these corners would have to go somewhere, so we're just going to tuck them in. After you've done this, your pie is ready. You're going to put it in the oven at 200 degrees Celsius for 1 hour until it starts to become a golden color. On top, we're going to add some oil just to help it with the cooking process and give it that golden color. Use your hand to spread it across so you can get every corner and make sure the oil is everywhere. Now you're going to take a knife and start cutting the slices for it. This is going to make it a lot easier when you take it out, so you can just peel apart the slices. You can cut it any type of shape you want, but we're just going to do a pretty easy one like this. Just squares. And after this, you're going to put it in the oven for it to cook, and we'll show you how it comes out. As you can see, our pie with leek, onion and beef mince is ready. We took it out of the oven and it has a beautiful golden color. You can see we've got a few beverages on the side. You can drink this with anything. We've got some beer, Coca-Cola, and pretty much anything. So here you can see it's ready. It looks super delicious and tasty. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more recipes like this, please make sure you subscribe to our channel, comment down below, and like this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.